Hello, I'm JumpSplat120, and this is Journey to Stardom. So I wanted to film this in my car for old time's sake, but I'm filming it in here, so I have my script with me. It's important that I hit all the beats that I want to, and I don't want to go on a tangent. This is, as you can tell by the thumbnail and title, The End? ? Why, might you ask? Well, here's the very quick rundown of what happened. I was living in LA, I was going to auditions, paving my path. It was a really slow process, but there was progress. However, my girlfriend at the time was on edge. Things weren't moving fast enough for her, and I was talking to my fellow actors, and a lot of them had relationships fall apart due to their career choice. I had been in LA for a little over a year, but I had been dating Kendra for 3 years, so I had to make a decision. Which one was more important, acting or my girlfriend? She wasn't giving me an ultimatum, but I knew that if a choice wasn't made, it'd be made for me, and so I decided to stick with my girlfriend, and I moved back to Santa Rosa. I'd been living in Santa Rosa for maybe a month. I was living in my mom's house and I just found a job. The plan was to live here for a few years until Kendra could get her certificate and then move back down to LA or maybe San Diego. However, our relationship was, it wasn't great. It was kind of hard to put a finger on exactly what the problem was, but we just weren't clicking like we used to. I feel like living on my own in LA and really struggling the way that I had given me a different perspective on life. It had changed me, and Kendra living here hadn't changed at all. She was still basically the same person. So we weren't on the same wavelength anymore. And after 3 years, we broke up. And it really fucked me up, actually. I had plans of moving out of my parents and moving into an apartment with her. I had just got a job and we were living comfortably for the first time since I was kicked out of my house. And biggest of all, I had lost friends over that relationship, whether by atrophy or literally by friends picking a side in various disputes. So when she broke up with me, I was entirely alone, bar my family, of course, but they're a whole category on their own. So there was some time where I was just kind of numb to everything. I would go to work, I would come home, I would sit in bed, and I'd just stare at the ceiling for hours. And that was it. It wasn't great. And due to some bizarrely stupid logic by my mother, I wasn't allowed any computers, specifically no computers in the house. So there was no way for me to record anything. This channel's always been like my hobby, or maybe something a little bit more, but I love working on it, putting out videos, interacting with people, and whenever I felt like I had nothing to do, I could work on this channel, but I didn't even have that. So anyways, eventually I did come out of my stupor a little bit. I met some people on Tinder, I started looking for somewhere to live. I got on the waiting list for the low-income housing, but those take a couple of years, so I needed something a little bit more permanent. None of the people I met on Tinder really turned into anything serious, so I couldn't just hobosexual my way onto their couch. I found a place in downtown, and then I lost that place, and then I found a better place, all in the span of 2 days. I came to check it out, and then I got moved in on the same day, and that's where I am right now. The house is pretty fantastic, honestly, and I cannot wait to show it to you guys, but it's gonna have to be an entirely different video because there's a lot to see. So what does that mean in regards to acting? Well, here's the thing. I moved to LA because honestly, that's where the market is. There are smaller markets here and there, in San Francisco and such, but it is mainly LA. It's saturated, but that's a good thing. You have your job, you have your choice to pick from whatever there is, and there was a lot of choice to pick from. And I still want to perform in some capacity, but to be frank, I'm not moving back to LA anytime soon. Having a steady job that pays well and having a solid living situation, I find it hard to want to go back to scrounging pennies for ramen and working my knuckles to the bone. So where does that leave me? Where does that leave Journey to Stardom? Well, that leaves everything kind of in limbo for now. It means I'm going to keep working on my channel. It means I'm going to be saving money for better equipment and such, as well as things like the HTC Vive, and it means that I'm going to keep at least one eye open and looking at the market in San Francisco. But it also means that I'm going to look into doing voice acting work, since that can be done from home with a good audio setup. But it does mean that the Journey to Stardom vlogs are stopping for now. And if or sorry, when season 2 comes around, as it were, if season 2 starts up, you'll know that I have some big news for you. But until then, I'd like to thank everybody who supported me on this journey, and next time, we're gonna go all the way. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you later, YouTube.